When you wake up in the morning, you've got to understand something deep, something real. This ain't just another day, this is another opportunity that most people take for granted. You didn't wake up by luck, you woke up by purpose. There are people who went to sleep last night with plans, dreams, goals, and they didn't get the chance you just got. So, when your eyes open, before you touch that phone, before you start complaining, before you start thinking about everything that's wrong in your life, you need to pause and say, thank you. Because gratitude is not soft, it's power. It's the difference between somebody who stays stuck and somebody who rises. See, when you start your day with gratitude, you change your entire energy, and energy, that's everything. If you wake up negative, tired, frustrated, you already lost half the battle. But when you wake up grateful, even if your situation ain't perfect, even if you're struggling, even if things ain't going your way, you still win because your mindset is strong. And a strong mindset creates strong actions. You start moving different. You start thinking clearer. You start pushing harder. That's what gratitude does. It fuels you. Too many people wake up focused on what they don't have. I don't have money. I don't have support. I don't have opportunities. Stop it. You're looking at the wrong things. Look at what you do have. You've got breath in your lungs. You've got another chance to get it right. You've got time, and time is the most valuable thing you will ever have. When you focus on what you already have, you stop making excuses and you start making moves. That's the shift. That's where everything changes. Gratitude forces you to see the blessing in the struggle. It reminds you that every step, every setback, every challenge is building you into something greater. And when you truly understand that, you stop wasting your mornings. You don't hit snooze 5 times. You don't lay in bed scrolling your life away. No. You get up with purpose. You attack the day because you realize that this day is not guaranteed again. Gratitude creates urgency. It gives you that fire, that hunger, that drive to go out and earn the life you say you want. You don't need everything to be perfect to be grateful. You just need to recognize that you've been given something valuable, another shot. And that shot, that's all you need to change your life. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't just wake up physically, wake up mentally. Wake up emotionally, wake up with intention, say thank you, mean it, and then go out there and prove that you deserve the opportunity you've been given. Because at the end of the day, gratitude isn't just a feeling. It's a mindset, it's a lifestyle, and if you use it right, it will take you from where you are to where you're supposed to be. When that alarm hits in the morning, that's not just a sound, that's a test. A test of your mindset, a test of your discipline, a test of whether you're going to rise with purpose or fall back into excuses. And most people fail that test before they even get out of bed. Why? Because they wake up focused on pressure instead of privilege. But if you want to win, if you want to separate yourself from average, you've got to flip that thinking. You've got to wake up with gratitude, not just saying it, but feeling it in your soul. Because the moment you realize that waking up is a gift, everything changes. You stop dragging yourself through the day and you start attacking it. See, gratitude is not about ignoring your problems, it's about overpowering them. It's about saying, yeah, life is hard, yeah, I've got struggles, yeah, things ain't perfect. But I'm still here, and as long as I'm still here, I've still got a chance. And that mindset right there, that's dangerous. That's what creates unstoppable people. Because when you're grateful, you don't wait for motivation, you create it. You don't depend on people, you depend on your purpose. Too many people are waiting to feel good before they start. But winners start because they're grateful for the opportunity, even if they don't feel ready. When you wake up with gratitude, you start seeing things differently. That job you complain about, somebody's praying for it. That small progress you ignore, that's the foundation of something big. That struggle you're going through, that's training, that's preparation, that's building your character. Gratitude gives meaning to everything, and when everything has meaning, nothing is wasted. That's how you build momentum. That's how you turn ordinary mornings into powerful beginnings. But let's be real, gratitude requires discipline. It's easy to be thankful when everything is going your way. It's easy to smile when life is good. But can you still be grateful when it's hard? Can you still say thank you? When you're tired, when you're stressed, when you feel like quitting? That's where the real power is. Because when you choose gratitude in those moments, you take control. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and you become the creator of your reality. You start leading your life instead of reacting to it. And that's what separates the great from the average. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, don't just roll over and complain about the day ahead. Sit up, take a breath. Recognize that you've been given something that millions of people would do anything for: time. Another chance to get better, to grow, to push, to become. And once you feel that, once you lock into that gratitude, don't waste it. Get up and move, take action, chase your goals with everything you've got, because gratitude isn't the end. It's the beginning. It's the spark that lights the fire, and if you protect that fire, if you feed it every single morning, there's nothing in this world that can stop you from becoming who you were meant to be. Every single morning you wake up, you're standing at a crossroads, whether you realize it or not. On one side, there's comfort, excuses, and the same life you've been living. On the other side, there's growth, discipline, and the life you keep saying you want. And the thing that decides which path you take isn't talent, it isn't luck. It's your mind's at the moment your eyes open. That's where gratitude comes in. Gratitude is the weapon that most people overlook, but it's the one thing that can shift everything instantly. Because when you wake up grateful, you don't just see the day. You feel the opportunity in it. You recognize that you've been given something valuable that you didn't earn, but you can choose to use. And that realization creates responsibility. You start telling yourself, I can't waste this day. I can't waste this chance. That's how gratitude turns into action. See, a lot of people talk about wanting success, but they wake up like they've already given up. They hit snooze, they scroll through their phones, they fill their minds with distractions before they even give themselves a chance to focus. And then they wonder why nothing changes, but when you wake up with gratitude, you protect your morning like it's sacred. You don't let negativity in. You don't let laziness take over. You take control. You say, this day is mine and I'm going to use it. That's power. And here's the truth: gratitude isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging that even in imperfection, there's still something to be thankful for. Maybe you don't have everything you want yet, but you've got the ability to work for it. Maybe you're not where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be either. That matters, that progress matters, and when you start appreciating that, you build confidence, you build belief. Because you start seeing proof that you're moving forward, even if it's slow, and that belief fuels consistency. You keep showing up, you keep grinding, you keep pushing even when it's hard. That's what separates people who eventually win from those who stay stuck. Gratitude keeps you grounded, but it also keeps you hungry. It reminds you of what you have while pushing you toward what you can become. And don't get it twisted. This isn't about being comfortable. This is about being aware. Aware that every day you wake up is a limited opportunity. You don't have forever. You don't have unlimited chances. That's why gratitude creates urgency. It makes you move with intention. It makes you stop procrastinating and start executing, because deep down you understand that this moment, this day, this breath, it's not guaranteed again. So you stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop giving energy to negativity, to doubt, to fear, and you start investing in yourself. You start building habits, building discipline, building a life that reflects the appreciation you have for the chance you've been given. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't just go through the motions. Don't just exist. Be intentional. Be present. Be grateful, and then back that gratitude up with action, because gratitude without action is just words. But gratitude with action, that's transformation. That's how you go from average to unstoppable. That's how you turn ordinary mornings into the foundation of an extraordinary life. When you wake up in the morning, you've got two choices. And don't get it twisted. It's always a choice. You can either wake up like life is happening asterisk to asterisk you, or you can wake up like life is happening asterisk for asterisk you. And that decision starts with gratitude. See, most people open their eyes and immediately start thinking about everything they don't want to do. The stress, the responsibilities, the pressure. That mindset right there, that's what keeps you average, that's what keeps you stuck. But when you wake up with gratitude, you shift from obligation to opportunity. You stop saying, I have to do this, and you start saying, I get to do this. That one shift changes everything. Because now you're not dragging yourself through the day. You're stepping into it with purpose. And purpose creates power. When you're grateful, you move differently. You speak differently. You carry yourself differently. You don't waste time complaining, because you understand that every second you spend complaining is a second you could have been improving. You don't waste energy comparing your life to somebody else's, because you're too focused on maximizing your own. That's what gratitude does. It locks you in. It keeps you focused on what matters. But let's go deeper, because this isn't surface level thinking. Gratitude is also what builds resilience, because life is going to hit you hard. Things are going to go wrong. Plans are going to fall apart. People are going to disappoint you. And if you don't have gratitude as your foundation, those moments will break you. But when you're grounded in gratitude, you see those challenges differently. You start asking, what is this teaching me? How is this making me stronger? Instead of falling apart, you level up. That's the difference. That's how strong people are built, not by avoiding struggle, but by appreciating the growth that comes from it. And here's what you need to understand. Gratitude is not passive, it's active. It's not just something you feel, it's something you practice. Every morning, you've got to train your mind. You've got to remind yourself of what you have, of what's possible, of why you can't afford to waste this day. Because the truth is, time is the one thing you can't get back. Once this day is gone, it's gone forever. So when you wake up, that's your signal. That's your green light to go all in, to give your best effort. To chase your goals with intensity, to show up for your life like it actually matters, because it does. And the people who understand that, the people who wake up with gratitude and back it up with action, those are the ones who separate themselves. Those are the ones who turn ordinary lives into extraordinary stories. Not because they had more resources, not because they had it easier, but because they valued what they had and they used it. So tomorrow morning, when your eyes open, don't rush past that moment. Don't take it lightly. Sit with it for a second. Feel it, you're alive, you've got another shot. And then once you feel that gratitude, don't just hold on to it. Use it. Let it push you out of that bed. Let it drive your actions. Let it remind you that you don't have time to be average. Because you don't. You've got greatness inside you, but it's not going to come out if you keep treating your mornings like they don't matter. Start your day with gratitude and watch how your life starts to change, not overnight, but over time, through consistency, through discipline, and through the power of a mindset that refuses to waste the gift of another day.